myself with this. Well, there's a creek that flows into Kluane Lake that was diverted this year. And next slide, please. This is what it looks like now. And it caught me, my whole identity. Everything I've pushed for. All of a sudden it was like, oh my God, it's gone. Never to come back. Next slide, please. Sometimes God changes us. He moves our understanding. This is a huge one for me because this can't be my identity. And I began to realize I'm the lake. I'm the lake. I mean, I almost lost it until I realized it has nothing to do with exterior things. You guys, we're looking at the world situation, and we're prophesying out of the world situations, and that's not what we're supposed to be doing. It's not the reality. It doesn't matter what is happening. If you come into agreement with the evil, we're empowering the evil. If you come into agreement with racist things that are going to uprise here and there, guess what? If all of us do that, guess what's going to happen? It's going to happen. Because the power of our words are what is creating, right? The power of our thoughts create. And so we cannot use the authority and the gifts we have to come into agreement with the negative things that are happening in the world. When all the churches come together and agree on one thing, it puts a whole lot of power behind that maybe shouldn't be. Just saying. If you have ears to hear. Because what is in the natural does not define us. I'm sin is destiny into the world. Not because of what my father saw when he was 19 years old. Not because I could use the excuses, I can't do this anymore because my lake is all dried up. But God stirred my waters. I didn't have to wait for the angels and the old stories. God stirred my water and showed me that I'm not defined by those things, and neither are you, because we cannot let the natural things define us. Is there another one of those? It's not who you think you are, but it's who you think you are not. I'm not good enough. I'm not able. I've never been able. That's what defines you. Next slide, please. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Second principle. Get up. That's what Jesus said. He didn't say, oh, the impotent man, I beseech you in the name of the Father and the Son. He didn't get an oil. Where's the oil? He just said, get up! If you believe it, there's no more excuses. You can't sit around and wait any longer. I had a girlfriend years ago who went to bed, honest to God, she went to bed until God spoke to her. Wow. And she was there for days and days and days. And then I went over and I borrowed a cap gun and I went to her house and I went, the race is on! What are you waiting for? Stop waiting! If anybody's looking for a word from the Lord tonight, that's it. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for God to do something. He ain't a-fixin' to do something. Do you hear me? God's not about ready. He's not just about gonna. We need to change the way we speak. We need to change the way we pray. He's not going to any minute now. In a minute, get ready, get ready, get ready. Money's coming. No. God is not going to do one more thing. You get up. You get up. You hear me? Get up. He's putting all the responsibility on us now. This is called a hard word, isn't it? This is called, I'm tired of you laying there with your excuses and you're waiting. I'm just, God's saying, you just get up. What's he saying? Get up. Feel free to make some mistakes. If you're going to make some mistakes, make big mistakes. Come on, you guys. Do big things. Dare to do big things. Don't be so timid about your life. Get up there and just make a try out of it. Because something's going to work. Something's going to work for you. When we dare to believe. Dare to believe. Oh my God. Tell your brain to get up and learn something. Next slide, please. Principle number 3. No, back. Principle number 3 is what? Pick up your mat. There's a picture there, but never mind. Jesus said, pick up your mat and walk. So here we have all these local legends, and Jesus showed that just faith is all you need. You don't need legends. You don't need superstitions. You don't need. And if you study church history, you'll see you don't need what most of those early church fathers thought either.
Come on. Come on. True.
Because I have studied all of those books, and I'm telling you that all of our understanding has moved from there. And yet we're still preaching those same old prejudices, those same old limitations, those same things that hinder us. They are just now excavating Greek manuscripts, papyrus, in Turkey, especially in Ephesus. And they are digging up legal documents. And these legal documents were written at the same time as the scriptures. And from these documents, we are beginning to understand what the words in the Bible really mean. How many of you think that Christians are ready to change their understanding? Most of what we understand about women in the Bible is wrong. Most of what we understand, God does not want you to be poor. He doesn't want you to be mendicant. If you look at the Greek of it, you'll see God is never glorified in sickness. He's never teaching you a lesson.
Right.
Amen. Amen.
I know this is, but what the Greek actually says is different. All of what the Greek is telling us is that the scripture is militaristic.
Yeah. Yep.
And people moved together. And they moved because of a leader. And there was never a time when there weren't set leaders in the house. Hear me. Because you can't get anywhere without a leader. There's a whole lot of movements now that are saying we don't need leaders anymore. We're all leaders. But you won't move forward and you won't get anywhere unless somebody is leading you.
Right.
Oh my God. So, the next thing is that we have to speak the word or go to the temple. Look at slide 23, please. Out of the abundance of the heart. Where's my pictures? The only reason I wanted to show you this was because of this horrible picture. If you hear yourself saying nobody will get me in the pool, that's exactly what you're going to believe. And that's as far as you can go. That's as far as you can ever go. going to switch now and would you go to slide 25? You have to do what it takes. Sometimes when you're given an assignment, when you're given a role to walk in, there's action that has to happen. If you are called to an office, you have to begin to walk in that office. You have to learn what is required in that office. You can't just go around telling everybody this is who you are. You have to be able to function in that place. You have to be able to live it out in front of them and say, follow me. And if you're not doing that, people can't follow you. Now, there's this very interesting story here that I really love. Because you have to do what it takes according to your revelation. And there was this woman named Rizpah in the Bible. She was Saul's concubine. And he had a lot of concubines, but they were regarded as queens. And she was guarded heavily by eunuchs and never allowed to go anywhere. She was bound in the castle. And she had 2 sons by Saul. Next slide, please. She had the son named Armani and a son named Mephibosheth. There's 2 Mephibosheths in that chapter, and they're not related. One was the son of Jonathan, and one was the son of Rizpah. And Saul had 5 other sons, so Saul had 7 sons. And Saul started a war against Gibeonites. Israel had had a covenant with the Gibeonites for a long, long, long time. Saul went out and started a war against the Gibeonites. The Gibeonites went to David, who had been warring with Saul. And David made an agreement with the Gibeonites. Are you following me? That they could kill all of Saul's sons. So the Gibeonites went out and killed